Hello and welcome to an episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason, downtown Chicago at nighttime as the evening is going on and everybody is out on the city tonight. After all, it seems like that every night here in Chicago. But I am about to check out the world famous Billy Goat Tavern, and there's probably 4 or 5 different locations here in the city, but this is the one to go to because it's the original. There's a marker here and very historical in its own way. I'll tell you some history, and I'm of course going to eat here, so all right, come with me. All right, so that is this is Ocean Avenue, that is Michigan Avenue up there, and then across the street is the Wrigley building. I think that's on the National Historic Places or Historic Landmarks, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to backtrack a little bit. Now, I was standing right over there, but I found where the marker is, so I got to go up those steps. And I really dig that sign, the world famous Billy Goat Tavern and Grill, and the NBC Chicago tower in the background. Very lovely at night. Wow. Now I know why people love this city, because yeah, it's got a lot of cool big buildings. But I'm going to go ahead and go up those stairs and check out the marker, or find it first. All right, so here's the weird part about finding the marker. Now the marker is actually above the place, and above it is the Plaza of the Americas, and in front of me is a popular photography spot, the Wings, where you literally put yourself in between the wings. No, I'm not going to do it today, maybe some other time. But over here, this is actually Upper Michigan Avenue. I did not realize there was a Lower Michigan Avenue. But over here is the marker. All right, check it out. The world famous Billy Goat Tavern and Grill at the lower level. Established in 1934, the Billy Goat Tavern was located across from the original Chicago Stadium. It was from there William, or Billy Goat Taverns, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name, Taverns put the curse on the Chicago Cubs. In 1964, the Billy Goat Tavern moved to Michigan Avenue. It was the inspiration for a Saturday Night Live skit and is frequented by reporters and has become an historic Chicago tourist landmark with its famous cheeseburgers. Oh man, I can't wait to taste those. But yeah, legend has it, I'll tell you more about the curse, but apparently William Taverns bought 2 tickets, one for himself, one for his goat, to one of the World Series games. I think it was Game 6 or something in 1946 or 1945, something like that. And citing the goat's odor, they were both kicked out of the stadium because of a number of complaints. He, of course, walked out angry, and apparently outside the stadium he said something about, or I hope the Cubs will never win another World Series, or something like that. I don't know. Either way, it was a hex, and most people believe it actually worked. All right, so as far as the whole Billy Goat curse, yes, that was a thing. I mean, one of the most popular legends in lore in sports, American sports. The Chicago Cubs did, after all, have the longest losing streak from 1908 to 2016. But yes, Billy Taverns supposedly put a hex on the Cubs, and they suffered through a string of bad luck. I mean, there's a lot of incidents that happened, you know, in between that time period, but yes, they were able to reverse the curse in October of 2016. So the tavern is also no longer a journalist hangout as it once was, but the neighborhood has changed significantly since the turn of the millennium. And then Saturday Night Live in the 1970s, during the classic era with John Belushi and Bill Murray, Gilda Radner, yes, there was a Saturday Night Live skit at the Olympia restaurant. Only thing you could order was a cheeseburger. Cheeseburger, 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 cheeseburger. No Pepsi, Coke. And then there is Reverse the Curse Party. I'm glad to let that sign up. Because, yeah, they definitely want the Cubs to win again in future World Series. Featuring Murphy the Goat. Alright. Alright, this is what it looks like at night. Not sure during the daytime, but I'm going to go ahead and come on in. Butt in anytime. Alright, I like that. They also got the Curse Breaker Burger. It's very spicy. Billy Goat says if you can pronounce this name correctly, you could get a free drink. Bill Papadona. It's a Greek one. It ends with Polos. Okay, I fail. The Wall of Fame. Wow. Alright, so the guy who waited on me apparently knew what I wanted. I didn't even say anything, but he said, double cheeseburger. I said, yeah, how'd you know? So that's exactly what I got. But I put all the toppings on there, mustard, mayonnaise, onion, pickle, got chips, and a Coke. So yeah, I'm gonna chow down to supposedly Chicago's best cheeseburger. That is so good. Very good. I know they do not have fries here, but they have hot dogs. I don't know about Chicago style hot dogs, but they got roast beef and a few other sandwiches. Wasn't hungry enough for the triple cheese. Yeah, that guy was familiar, the guy in the middle. Yep, it's Bill Murray. You know, I thought that was so good, I decided to get me another one, but this time it was a single. I didn't want to kind of overdo it. So, I'm going to put the same toppings on. I'm not going to put hot dog relish on it. Big onion slice. Alright, here we go. World's best burger, or at least in here in Chicago. Oh man, see, get a look at this. I mean, it looks pretty fresh, not frozen. The burger pretty much, or the bun pretty much outweighs the burger, but what can you say? I mean, hey, it gives a little bit more flavor, I suppose. All right, chow down again. Oh my god, so good. And of course, it's also a bar, so you can enjoy your favorite alcoholic beverage here. They got quite a wall of fame, although a lot of these people I don't really recognize. I imagine they're prominent Chicago locals. Like maybe this guy, this guy. Yeah, if you want to get a Billy Goat shirt, there you go. But you gotta be a Cubs fan to enjoy it. Not really. 2017 Critics' Choice Best Burger Champion. Very impressive. It looks like they got a little private room back there, but I'm not going to bother going in for obvious reasons. But I guess I'll go ahead and butt out, or get out, I should say. Ooh, what is this? That's one of these old school weight machines. Nice. Alright, back to reality. Alright, thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason, and yes, that was one heck of a burger. I know they're not paying me to say that. It's nothing like what the burgers you get at fast food joints. I mean, yeah, these are definitely fresh, mom and pop made. They're not paying me to say that once again, but yeah, definitely. I hope I gave you guys good reason to come down here to Chicago. You can also go to some of their other locations too. You just gotta look it up on Google Maps. But if you're in this part of the downtown area, by all means come here, and better bring your sense of humor too, just in case. All right, I am Jason, downtown Chicago, coming to you live, signing off.